Resident Alien TV series. Resident Alien is an American science fiction, mystery comedy drama television series created by Chris Sheridan, based on the comic book of the same name by Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse, that premiered on January 27, 2021, on Syfy. The series stars Alan Tudyk in the title role. In March 2021, the series was renewed for a second season, which is set to premiere on January 26, 2022. Premise: after crash landing on Earth, an alien sent to wipe out humanity kills and takes on the identity of a vacationing pathology physician. He is asked to do an autopsy on the town's doctor, who died of unknown circumstances. He wrestles with the moral dilemma of his secret mission, while also dealing with a 9-year-old boy who can see his true appearance. Cast and characters. Main: Alan Tudyk as the titular alien with an unpronounceable birth name who crash-landed on Earth, killed Dr. Harry Vanderspiegel, and assumed his identity. He was sent to Earth to destroy the human race, believing this would benefit the planet, but spends the series struggling with the moral ambiguity of his mission. He is fascinated by humans and has learned how to speak English, as well as how to masquerade as a medical examiner from watching reruns of Law and Order. Although he attempts to blend in with people, he consistently stands out due to his misunderstandings of social cues. As the series progresses, he learns more about human behavior and involuntarily develops human emotions and connections while in disguise. Tudyk also plays the real Vanderspiegel. Stuntman Keith Arbuthnot plays the alien in his true form. Sarah Tomko as Statwelvatrice, the assistant to the town doctor and a member of the Ute Native American tribe. In high school, she found herself trapped in an abusive relationship with Jimmy, which caused her to give daughter Jay up for adoption. She is the first adult to learn Harry's secret. Corey Reynolds as Mike Thompson, the town's sheriff, who asks people to call him Big Black. He masks his insecurities by trying to remain in constant control of every situation. His father mentioned that his career in Washington, D.C. ended as a result of the death of a U.S. Senator. Alice Wetterlund as Darcy Bloom, the town bar's owner, local mountaineering expert, avalanche safety inspector, and Esté's best friend. After suffering a skiing accident at the Olympics, she returned to her hometown and now spends her days tending bar and making questionable life choices. She is attracted to Harry. Levi Feeler as Ben Hawthorne, the town's young mayor. He is charming but childlike, and his wife Kate is dominant in their relationship. He dated Darcy in junior high and high school. Judah Prane as Max Hawthorne, the mayor's son and the only Patience resident who can see Harry's true form. He can also see the green glow emitted by alien technology. Harry repeatedly threatens to kill him and tries to get him to move away, but he eventually warms up to the boy, believing he can help him in his mission. Recurring: Elizabeth Bowen as Liv Baker, the deputy to Sheriff Mike and only other cop in town. She is underappreciated and ignored by the sheriff and ends up doing police work behind his back. Ben Cotton as Jimmy, Esté's abusive ex-husband. Meredith Garretson as Kate Hawthorne, the mayor's wife, who works as a schoolteacher and mother of Max Hawthorne, who sees Harry's true form. Garretson is credited as a guest star despite appearing in all episodes of the first season. Gracelyn Awad-Rink as Sahar, Max Hawthorne's friend and classmate. An adventurous young girl and a devout Muslim, Sahar is initially the only other person in town who believes Max's claim that Harry is an alien. Kayla Rain as Jay, a surly teenage girl who works part-time for the doctor. She discovers that co-worker Esté is her biological mother. Deborah Finkel as Abigail Hodges, the wife of Dr. Sam Hodges. Jenna Lamia as Judy Cooper, who works at the bowling alley. She is sexually adventurous and often trades barbs with Darcy. Gary Farmer as Dan Twelvatrice, Esté's adoptive father who owns the town's diner. Diana Bang as Nurse Ellen, who is snarky and disrespectful to most everyone she encounters, and none more so than a stam, whose name she knowingly mispronounces. Mandel Mon as Lisa Casper, a sociopathic woman who works for General McAllister. She has no problem killing anyone she encounters and looks forward to her next kill, enjoying doing so. Alex Barma as Lieutenant David Logan, who works for General McAllister. After piecing together clues about Harry's crash landing, General McAllister recruits him to find the alien before her superiors. He is unfortunately partnered with Lisa Casper and is tormented by her. Alvin Sanders as Louise Thompson, the sheriff's ailing father. Elvie Yost as a Sable, the real Harry's estranged wife and a British artist who won her husband over at a New York City art exhibition. Linda Hamilton as General McAllister, a high-ranking U.S. military officer. During her childhood, McAllister saw a spacecraft firsthand, and she has spent her life seeking more proof that aliens exist. Michael Cassidy as Ethan Stone, a charismatic doctor who replaces Harry as the new town doctor. Guest stars: Nathan Fillion as the telepathic voice of an octopus in a restaurant tank with whom Harry has a telepathic conversation. Their conversation suggests that Harry's species and octopuses are closely related, something Harry himself later states to a stag. Terry O'Quinn as Peter Bach, an alien experiencer who hosts a popular podcast about UFO. He and his wife came into contact with extraterrestrials 30 years ago when their unborn son was abducted. He can see Harry's real form as well. Giorgio A. Tsoukalos as himself. In Season 1, Episode 9, Harry hides in his room at a UFO convention, and they have a meaningful conversation about ancient aliens. Episodes. Production. Development. On May 31, 2018, Syfy announced that the TV adaptation of Resident Alien was given a pilot order with Chris Sheridan as the show creator, and Universal Cable Productions, Dark Horse Entertainment, and Amblin Television developing the pilot. On February 28, 2019, Syfy gave a series order with production starting in Vancouver, and David Doppin directing and serving as an executive producer for the pilot. Robert Duncan McNeil executive produced and was producing director for the remaining episodes. On March 17, 2021, Syfy renewed the series for a second season, which is set to premiere on January 26, 2022. Casting. On September 20, 2018, Alan Tudyk was cast as the main character Dr. Harry Vanderspiegel in the pilot, along with Sarah Tomko, Corey Reynolds, Alice Wetterlund, and Levi Feeler. On January 31, 2020, Linda Hamilton, Mandel Mon, and Alex Barma were cast in the recurring roles in the series. On February 12, 2020, Elizabeth Bowen was cast in the recurring role of Deputy Sheriff Liv Baker in the series. Filming. Principal photography for the first season began on September 10, 2020 and concluded on October 14, 2020 in Delta, British Columbia, Canada. Filming for the second season began on August 3, 2021 and is scheduled to conclude on March 25, 2022. Release. On February 13, 2020, Syfy announced that the series would premiere in summer 2020. However, on October 9, 2020, the premiere was moved to January 2021, specifically January 27 in the United States. Internationally, the series premiered in Canada on CTV Sky-Fi Channel on January 27, 2021, and in the United Kingdom on Sky One the following day. Reception. Critical response. For the first season, review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes reported a certified fresh approval rating of 94% based on 31 critic reviews, with an average rating of 7.79/10. The website's critics' consensus reads, "Resident Alien takes a minute to settle into its skin, but once it does it finds fresh humor in a familiar framework and proves a perfect showcase for Alan Tudyk's singular comedic skills. Metacritic gave the first season a weighted average score of 70 out of 100 based on 15 critic reviews, indicating generally favorable reviews. Ratings. Accolades.